Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Well, that's good. Welcome to PHLY's Anthony Gargano Show. I am not Italian. My name is Bill Matz. I am your director of fun and games this morning. Joining me today, it is the one and only VG. We are brought to you by our friends at Parks Casino and the Bet Park Sportsbook and Casino app. What's going on today, VG?
What's up, man? There's a lot going on. Can I say, this elevator drives me crazy, though, in this building. It just sticks in my craw. Whatever floor it lets the last person on it just stop.
It just chills there.
Can we just come down to the first floor?
Go down to the first floor.
Yeah, so you just walk, boom, it's right waiting for you. Every day, it's on the fourth floor. Fourth floor is very active here.
When I got here this morning, it was right there, and I was shocked.
Oh, it's the best.
But it was like 6:50.
Yeah.
Like no one had been here yet.
Such an easy win. It's such a good win. When you come there, it's right there waiting for you.
It feels really nice.
Yes.
There's a ton of stuff just kind of going on, sports media right now. I want to get into this Embiid piece, and I think we might spend a decent amount of time on it. It took me an hour to read. So I'm not wasting that.
Felt like a school project. I couldn't even get through it in one sitting. I came back to it like 3 times. It just kept going on and on on.
I got to tell you, I empathized with Joel Embiid last night. Like I felt closer to him than I ever have because I took my trash out in the rain last night. You know when you do something and you know, like, all right, I have to be careful because this is a slippery situation. So you're being careful the way you walk.
What are you so slippery with your...
It was raining. There's grass. There's like a hill. And I'm wearing flip-flops.
There you go. That's improper trash taking out footwear.
I'm like, okay, I need to make sure this doesn't go poorly. So I'm like going slow, trying to protect myself. And I went down harder. Like...
You did
wiped
fall?
out so bad.
Shut up.
Trying to be careful.
Wait, do you have a ring camera or anything that has this on video?
Please. In the vicinity of my ring.
Come on.
Thank God. If Ava saw that, she'd be sending it in all the group chats. I went down so hard, and I was like, I have to like. I'm not that old. You have to get up. This is painful.
That's a real old man moment. Were there any neighbors out? Anyone see this?
No, it was late enough. Like I just kind of live on a street, not many neighbors, pretty dark. So I was by myself, was able to not be embarrassed in front of anyone.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is Joel Embiid's life. Even he knows something's going to go wrong, takes the proper precautions to protect himself, gets hurt anyway. That is how I felt last night.
Did you? Well, first of all, did you hop right up real quick? Like,
yes,
as if someone saw, like, yeah, I'm fine.
I'm good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But it was just that moment of, I got to get up.
Yes.
Like that, this is not good. Like, you were in serious pain.
When I was reading it last night, I was like, I felt myself, empathizing for Embiid, but I don't know if I'm just jaded. I'm like, is this an Embiid puff piece? Like, where there's not a lot of other side of the story at all here. Maybe that's the point of it, just so you see his world and his version.
I want to get into this because I'm making it the big deal presented by Cherry Hill Mitsubishi for everyone in the chat who doesn't think I can say it.
Speech therapist?
I have to really think about Mitsubishi.
That was solid.
Mitsubishi. No, can't say it like that. They are a sponsor. Need to say it correctly, apparently.
Nailed it.
This is the big deal. And it is this weighty tome on ESPN. It was excellent, honestly. My first takeaway, because you said this to me late last night, came in early this morning, read the thing. I was feeling real good about myself last night, VG. Sat down to write something for the first time in a while. I did the Flyers rank week piece.
Oh, nice.
The 10 what ifs.
Yeah.
I said, Charlie, you do all the serious stuff. I can do this dumb thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is just me talking about stuff that may have happened real easy.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't felt good writing something in a while. It's been a while since I've even sat down to write. Was happy. Then I read this piece. I am
not
perturbed at you. I feel like an illiterate POS.
Right.
Like, this is some of the best sports writing I've read in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a ton of this long form journalism. Like Fran's
draft guide.
Yeah. His mail newsletter. Yeah, that's his newsletter today. It's just Joel Embiid saves long form journalism.
Yes,
that's the headline.
Yes.
And really, that's what this was. It did start out feeling like, is this just Embiid getting his side of the story out?
Right.
I did think there was enough anecdotes from like his trainers, just like,
Right.
yeah, this guy doesn't trust anybody. And
Yes.
as soon as he starts to feel a little twinge of, is this right? He cuts you all. Like,
Mhm.
I thought there was just enough in there to make it not
Felt
that.
it was balanced
But like,
enough.
my very first thing I saw
Yeah.
was he's on his phone. He's distracted watching a Phillies game
Right.
instead of doing this
Right.
interview.
Yeah.
And I was just, great PR work. You
Mhm.
care about what I care about, Joel. Like,
Which is weird because you never even thought he liked basketball, baseball, or knew anything
Yeah.
about baseball. It's always been soccer, so that was a weird insight.
but this, I am going to butcher this writer's name. Dotun Akintoye? Akintoye?
I think it might be Akintoye.
Akintoye. That
think
makes
so.
way more sense.
Yeah.
Again, illiterate. It took me an hour to get through this.
That's
but
quick reading, man. An hour.
it was
I mean-
it was so freaking good, and it really did. When you put Embiid's whole story together like that, the timeline, all the
really
things that
well
have
done.
happened in his life leading up to being drafted, being a Sixer, all the injuries, all the controversy. Wow, this feels like a fever dream. This piece was like a 90-minute movie that should have been a 10-part series.
Yes.
Like, and that's what Embiid's tenure here feels like. It's so densely packed. Some of this stuff, it's like, oh, this was 9 months ago, and it feels like it was 6 years ago with Embiid. But it was really humanizing, and I thought got away from the puff piece enough that I could step back and go, man, he has been through it. Like, it's not as if he has, and listen, crying your trillions of dollars, sure. But like, he's still a dude. He's just a guy who came from Cameroon and is now
Right.
Joel freaking Embiid. And
Totally relate
it's
and have
been
empathy for that.
It has been a process, to say the least, with this
Yeah.
guy. Like, he has been on a journey.
It's a long journey. I like that they went back to Bill Self and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It's weird because they talk about him as such a quiet person, and you don't. The perception I had was he wasn't really that quiet. I guess it's because of like social media and X, where he really, I guess, shines, where he comes through. Because even his old coaches, like, that's him on social media.
And like, he'd have moments, they said, like in high school, like at the prep school, and then in college, he'd kind of just be away from the group and then throw out like a quip, and
Yeah.
everyone would laugh and then go, wait, what, you? Like,
yeah, right.
That was really clever, actually.
Yeah.
And it like paints him as this, like, many sides to his personality, but that one, like the sad clown idea, like he is
Yeah.
having fun and making jokes and stuff because he's like a lonely guy and kind of a lone wolf sort of. He doesn't
But
have. He
it
says, "I don't have
accuses-
many
it
friends."
accuses that.
Yes,
though.
like this is a choice of his.
Yeah, so it's hard to feel like, are we supposed to feel sorry for you when you're making this choice? I mean, you really have the ability to surround yourself with teams of people. His trust issues are. You know what was really interesting to me is I would think anyone who's drafted, I would think therapy is just included as part of the organization. There's a lot of pressure being a professional athlete, and for him just to start like therapy, as far as mental therapy, talking to a therapist, only happened like within the last year. That seems a little crazy.
I remember.
No pun
It
intended.
was probably. I remember it was probably after '09 when everything fell apart for Cole Hamels. Like, he's on top of the world and then crashed down.
Yeah.
And it was like he's seeing a sports therapist now.
Yeah.
And that was the crazy. Oh my God, he's got some sort of what?
Yeah.
And now it's, yeah, you really should probably talk to somebody, especially in this position where, like, the journey he has been on to now franchise player in the most heavily scrutinized
Right.
sports media market. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's July 17th, and we're going to spend a ton of time talking about Joel
Joel
Embiid.
Embiid, right.
Hasn't played since December. You know,
Yes.
like, you probably should. And he even like puts in there, I never wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I still don't think therapy is, you know, I'm not 100% on board, but I
Right.
probably should be doing this, so I am.
Yes.
He's an intriguing guy. He has many
He's a
sides.
True, like enigma.
Yes.
Then you talk. He shies away from the club and goes towards his own therapist. I forget their names. But then he just cuts them off at some point too.
And then it's something happens, and he's just, yeah, we're good.
yeah, it's like you almost don't know like what's going on. You're cool, and then you're just not cool the next day.
Yeah, I highly recommend this piece. It's on ESPN.com. Really freaking good. Like it's going to be hard to do it justice without just quoting the whole thing. But again, it's
Yeah.
like 20,000 words. So
I
the
was
2 hours isn't enough.
reading through it. I was just like, where's his agent? Like, does he
Yeah,
have an
that's-
agent? Like, he's got to say he needs surgery on a public interview to try and get his story out. Like, his agent's not out there and about.
Yeah, he's guarded, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, I know who leaked the interview,
Right.
like who leaked the team meeting, and
Right.
maybe they're still around, maybe they're not, but I don't trust them.
And I'm not going to any
I'm
more
not gonna
team meetings.
Yeah, like I'm just not going to team meetings anymore.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, I'm hurt again. Like,
Right.
so much is on his own, and that was the running thread of this to me. And they bring it up a little when he gets the comparison to Tim Duncan, like maybe try to be a little more like him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you know what Tim Duncan was insulated by? An awesome franchise, a well-run organization.
I mean, yes.
And all the Embiid stuff, we can get into that because there's so much. The running thread of this to me, every other paragraph, I'm just going, this is such a poorly run
Absolutely.
franchise. This could have never gone right. Even if he doesn't have the injuries, just what his personality is and where he's come to get here. Of course he's in therapy. He needs someone to talk to because there's no one competent at the helm here. And you just go through all the nonsense that's happened in the front office with Josh Harris just like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have my coach be the team doctor again. He's going to give all the medical updates.
Yes.
He could probably read an MRI. Like, it is I don't know about doomed, but it'll take a miracle to get this thing on the track it needs to be on, even if Embiid is healthy.
Yeah, when you
because
say-
they are a bad franchise.
Yeah, when you say this thing, it's a franchise.
The
And the
team,
fans have
yes.
been saying Josh Harris from the top down, and that is the theme throughout this year. Like, this organization is completely bonkers. There just seems to be no one in control of it who has any experience, any plan. There's just no adult. It feels like there's no adult around.
That's the money, Pete. The money quote in this thing to me, it's just like a passing thing. And Embiid's like, I'm talking about continuity, and it starts at the top. And he's just had none. Like a guy who maybe needed a little bit of support, and it's you start out with Hinkie, and everything is an asset, and you're looking at it only through this analytical lens. And it's like, well, we have someone who's maybe not just. He says, no, it's a business. It is. He feels it inside because he's telling you he is.
Yes.
It's just, this is such a disaster organization. And then on top of it, the superstar injuries and like enigma. How could this ever possibly work?
I mean, when you read that an intern was like working on his rehab for the first year or two.
The first person in charge of this guy
Intern.
who we threw away years
Yeah.
to be able to maybe draft.
Yes.
And you only get him because he's hurt. It's like, yeah, the guy running his rehab, like his job is also grabbing rebounds and now working on this dude's foot, I guess. Yeah. Like what?
Who?
What
does he know?
Exactly.
It's like,
What medical advice does he have, or like experience does he have? An intern.
like you hear into like, okay, doctor intern, like that's basically a doc. No, this is like a team trainer intern.
Yes, you're right.
who's,
This is not a med.
like, this is not a
not a
guy
med
who's
school
like
graduate.
he's just
Just run
6
around.
weeks away from getting his lab coat.
Yeah.
No, this is a team trainer intern. He gets the rebounds and warm-ups.
He's running around in sweats.
Like, yes, like that is what is the first year. Oh wow, his foot's not healing. You don't say. You
Couldn't
don't
be
say.
the intern.
The whole thing seems so crazy and like this very frustrating fever dream. It all like I was just reading so much of this. Remember when we loved this guy? Remember when Joel Embiid could do no wrong and like we're on Twitter battling writers and our own colleagues now at DNVR? Like, no, Jokic is a joke. No, this is the MVP and everyone is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and now I would say most of the city is just kind of over it.
Giving up.
They've
Totally
just,
checked
like,
out.
Nah,
Yes.
And it's hard to blame fans for thinking that way, but when you just look at how this has played out, it all feels as if it was yesterday and over the course of more than a decade.
It's a shame, because
It is.
The city used to care about the Sixers a lot, and there was a lot of passion around that franchise. And all this stuff started happening, and we just lost our way with this team because it ultimately feels like the ownership of this franchise are on autopilot. They don't care. They don't care about the players. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the team. They care about other things that they're involved in, like the Commanders or other teams that they're involved in. You know, they don't care about this actual franchise anymore, and it's a shame.
The one shred of optimism I got out of this, other than like Embiid is very motivated, it is that the Devils and Commanders will not be actual threats, no matter how talented their teams are, because those will also be poorly run organizations.
Yeah.
Like this guy just doesn't know what he's doing, and that's that. So, division rivals, that's nice. But
Yeah, at least we
beyond
got
that,
that.
it's like, oh, he also owns a team in this town, and it's going very poorly. And there doesn't seem to be like the parts with Daryl Morey where he's just, I don't know, man. Like Daryl Morey's answer to so many things. It's like, oh, and he never finished that sentence. He just trails off in thought and like stares at the stars because he doesn't really have a clue. What am I supposed to do? Like we're built around this thing. I'm just trying to keep the train on the tracks.
That's what the interviews with Nick Nurse sound like that too. Like I walked in this, I had no idea what's going on behind. It's like a clown show back here.
No, he's like complaining about having to give the medical updates. And I'm just like, I'm picturing Brett Brown being like, yeah, how fun is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not fun.
Well, there's also this part, I think it's the 2014, 2015, where it's the story where, like, you know, he's drinking Shirley Temples. He's at his hotel, blowing up, getting fat, and the team's fining him $300,000 for not playing. And what do you know?
He said he stopped keeping track after it got to 300 grand.
Yeah. And then what do you know? Like they bring in some guy from Australia, takes him out to a doctor, and hey, his foot's not healed.
Yeah,
you guys are fining him for being
they
hurt.
think they like the organization straight up. It's what like sports radio and columnists. They're all just like, yeah, he's lazy. I don't know what to tell you.
He's
and then
lazy. He's 300 pounds.
Yeah, like they finally bring in an expert and takes him somewhere else, and it's oh no, everything Embiid is telling you is right. His body is not correct. We need to do something else.
Right.
You trying to get him on the floor because you just think he's lazy was the opposite of what needed to happen. And it seems like he's already a guy with trust issues, just abandonment issues, whatever it is. And then he gets drafted into the organization that provided absolutely no support.
No stability,
like, this was a like immovable object meets the irresistible force, but the opposite. Like just a collision course for disaster, and that's kind of where we are. Like it's a miracle he's been what he is.
It's a miracle he signed an extension to come back here. I guess his team's figuring who's going to sign with the extension with this injury history, but I don't know how you come back from that when you're injured and the team's trying to force you, and you know they're leaking stuff to the press about you gaining weight and being Shirley Temples and lazy.
How does it
but
get
you're
out?
actually hurt.
How does it get out that it's like, yeah, man, he's not showing up to his rehab assignments other than someone in the organization?
Absolutely.
Who would possibly know that?
Yes.
I can't blame him for the way he is, sort of. Now, a lot of it is like a self-made thing, and he does just have terrible luck.
He does have terrible luck.
Like, being the size he is, you are gonna, and like gets injured young and kind of never get over that. But also, he's had 5 facial injuries. I've laughed about the 2 orbital bones, but like going back to like when he was 16, he's had 5 major facial injuries. The guy's had Bell's palsy.
That is the craziest one.
I didn't know that was a thing like 29-year-olds got for no reason.
Right.
Like I just, you really feel for him. You also, I think they do a good job of outlining the flaws. Like he is a certain way and you kind of have to tiptoe.
Yeah.
And even if you do, sometimes he's just like, yeah, I'm done with this person. I'm not going to do what he tells me to do. He's an interesting guy.
Well, what about like just tossing $20 bills all over his floor to test his nutritionists and housekeepers and stuff?
Just to test if he can trust the people around him.
If they take
he
20.
leaves money laying, and he's like, it's happened before where stuff's gone missing. I don't confront that person. I just never speak to them again.
Yes.
They've never been back to my home. Like,
I respect that, but it's kind of psycho.
Yes, it is. Like
That's that's kind of crazy.
I kind of respect it. Like it's an interesting move. Like, yeah, man, like it's $20, but it's the principle.
Right.
He's a principled guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much of this.
9,000 unread text messages. So if you want to reach out to him, you have to go through his wife or his agent.
His wife or his agent, I think. Yeah, he's got like 800 some unread emails and like tens of thousands of unread texts, and it's just like
unread
on your phone. That would just drive
calls.
me insane.
Oh yeah.
Just looking at the bubble, like I don't even care what the messages say. It's like I get those from Hat Club. I'm like, I got to open it and close it. Like,
I'm with you. I mean,
need it to
I
go away.
live with one of those persons, and Anthony's one of those. Anthony's always got hundreds of missed texts and stuff, but thousands, and the only way you can reach him is his wife or his agent.
He's just, I'm known as a bad texter, and like
Yeah.
shows the writer his phone, and it's just thousands.
You're a bad texter because you don't respond.
Yes. This isn't like 6 unread messages because you went to bed early. This is years worth of it has to be.
Yeah,
Like,
9,000 unread texts.
just absolutely freaking wild. But he also, it reminded me of how good he is. Like sometimes I think we forget he is absolutely. Is there a fire drill?
Yeah, I was like, what does that mean?
I have no idea what that sound was.
Yeah, like sometimes I think it does get lost when he's right, which has been so rare recently. He is unstoppable both ends of the floor.
Yeah,
Like they even say
completely
to
a
the Beast, like,
beast.
yeah, man, Jokic is great. He can't come close to what Embiid does defensively.
No.
Even when Embiid's hurt. Like Embiid on one leg, the best defensive player in the league. And like, I think it gets lost a little in the narrative, but it's also why we're so frustrated. Because at a certain
you see
point,
so little of that at this
yeah,
point.
like at a certain point, you go, yeah, it's a bummer. It's not your fault. I guess you're hurt, but you are. And at the end of the day, I'm rooting for the Sixers to win. And when you're not 100% or you're not available, that upsets me.
I don't know if I totally agree with that. He's like Olajuwon-like. I mean, they reference Olajuwon
A number
in the
of times,
story,
yeah.
and when you watch him, he is. I just like, just as we're sitting here, I'm just thinking, I'm just so, I don't know. Do you take a side on this? I don't know if you do take a side. I feel like at some point he doesn't take full accountability for, I mean, he's played a part in the situation he's in.
He like will acknowledge it.
Yes.
And then we'll go, but you know, everyone says I'm lazy and I started playing at 16 and I'm the best player in the league. How could I do that if I was lazy?
Right.
And good point. But there are other things that you're maybe at fault here for. And he like toes the line. That in terms of taking sides, I think the piece did a really good job of. My favorite show is The Wire, and I think that
Great show.
just kind of presents like there's not 2 sides, there's like 9, and it just presents them all, and you observe like, is there a right or wrong, or is it all just in the game, you know?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And I thought this was like there weren't sides to take. There's so many sides. Who the hell knows?
I know, but I need to know because we're in this situation, man. I need to know how do we fix this? Even when you read this article, you're like, I don't know how you fix this. I mean, other than even if he can come back and play, there's so much weird stuff going on. I don't know how this can ever go right for a couple of years.
This reads, and it's so much deeper, but like this kind of reads like a Donovan T.O. piece. But like after they have separate, like now T.O. is gone.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how he is the franchise player for this organization and openly saying like, I don't trust the organization.
Yeah, and I won't go to team meetings.
Yeah, I'm not going to team meetings.
I basically
because they're
trust
BS.
Maxey, and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says like, I have very few friends, don't really want that many friends, not close with many people, loves James Harden. James Harden won't speak to him because Embiid thinks that Harden thinks he had something to do with him getting traded.
Or didn't like stand up for him, didn't make a case to keep him here.
Keep this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Embiid's like, well, what are you talking about? Of course I would want you to keep you here. I won the MVP. You led the league in assists. We
Yeah.
were perfect off the pick and roll. But I guess, I don't know. That seems like that is similar to the T.O. stuff because T.O. wanted Donovan to stand up for him when he wanted his money.
It's what reminded me of Donovan, and Donovan did the dumb thing of saying, well, you have to sign Westbrook.
Right.
This guy, he's the ultimate weapon.
That dude
and T.O.'s
always
sitting there.
stepped in it.
Oh, that's he just.
another
But that,
story.
like Embiid is like, I just don't want to have anything to do with anyone getting paid, not getting paid. Don't ask me what free agents we should sign, any of that.
Right.
Like,
But when
all
you're-
right, but also you're the guy.
Yeah, when you're the star
whole
of this
thing is
team.
about you.
Absolutely. Like, and you're going to expect, like, when that leak comes out, leaks are going to happen if you put people aside, if you're cold to people, if you don't talk to people, because people are going to take that as, not the right way, that you don't like them or that you're too cool for everybody else.
Like in the team setting, you do, even if it's not your personality, leadership can be kind of thrust upon you and you just kind of have to adapt. And he seems unwilling.
Totally
Like that is there are things he's just unwilling to do, whether it's yeah, they want me to rehab at this time and I want to do it at that time, and I'm not going to do it at that time. So either you do it when I want to do it or there will be no rehab.
Well, I kind of liked his reasoning on that one.
It did make I want to be on an NBA schedule.
Yes.
So I should be
even
like,
though
working,
I'm in Dubai or
like
something.
I should be working hard at night.
Yes.
And sleeping in because that is the NBA life. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like someone would be like, well, that is a good point, Joel, but you just go home in 3 days, 4 days, you'll be back on track. You can adjust in like 3 or 4 days. It's really, these people want to help you out. We're paying them, how about you do it during regular hours?
But he wants to be regimented, but also not at all. Not to be dictated to a little bit. He's real contradiction, this guy. Again, read the piece. It's great, but the whole thing was frustrating as hell to read.
And I still come back to it. With all that, where is the agent? Where's the agent figuring out his workout schedule? And I don't know. I manage like little tiny rock bands. I feel like I'm more involved in their day-to-day life than Embiid's agent is, a multi-million-dollar athlete.
I want to come back to a little bit more Embiid before we do some other fun stuff today. But first, I got to tell you about our friends at Empire. 1-800-588-2300 Empire. Oh, that's what I like to hear. I have been telling PHLY Flyers listeners for months, maybe a year now, there are just no other options when it comes to new flooring. You have to go with Empire. You have to go with Empire for one simple reason. They've got the flooring experts. Their experts live and breathe flooring and will be with you every step of the way. It's not the big box experience at all. You go into a store, maybe you can find someone to talk to. If and when you do, they have no idea. That's never the case. You're never on your own with Empire because they're with you every step of the way, and they can do something no one else can. It's bring the showroom to your home. That's right. With Empire today, you can get in-home estimates right in your space so you can pick the right flooring for your home while you're in your home. Seems like a simple concept. You can see it up against your furniture. You can see it against your paint colors. See how it all actually looks so you can make the right decisions for your home. And nothing's left up to you. They take the precise measurements and have all your questions answered, so there are never any surprises. And with Empire today, you get that clear, upfront, and all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day because no one wants to wait around. You want your house looking right today. So call Empire today. Schedule a free in-home estimate because some things are just better at home. And PHLY listeners, listen up, because you can receive a $350 discount when using promo code PHLY. You heard that right. $350 off with discount code PHLY. Restrictions apply. Visit empiretoday.com/PHLY for full details. Now let's hear from Pico.
Anthony Gargano, PHLY, VG. My brother, you look hot.
Dude.
I mean, I feel kind of hot too, to be honest with you.
Dude, my house is like a sauna meets a steam room. It's insane. This heat's unbearable.
Well, look, this Philly heat is no joke. It's summertime, man.
Dude, if I could tell you, I stood with my head in the freezer for 10 minutes before I left the house today. Disaster.
Brother, just turn on the AC. How come you just don't turn on your air conditioner?
Trying to save some cash, man. Save the world. Save the climate. Go green. All that stuff.
Listen, I feel you. Do yourself a favor. I got your answer.
All right.
Do it solid. Check out Pico's energy saving rebates. All right. They've got deals on Energy Star cooling equipment that actually work and cut your bills.
So you're telling me no more freezer head?
No, not unless you want to look like a freezer head.
No. This is great news.
I'm serious. You're good, man. Trust me. Just head to pico.com/ways to save. They got tips for everything. Heating, cooling, lighting, you name it. It's Pico. We love Pico.
I'm in.
Welcome back. This is the Anthony Gargano Show presented by the Bet Park Sportsbook and Casino. I just a couple more things here on Embiid. Again, read the piece. It's awesome. I think there are a lot of misconceptions.
If you have 5 hours.
Yeah. have some waters with you. Make sure you've hit the bathroom. Like this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, don't plan to read it in the
this
bathroom.
is-
Someone will do a
yes,
wellness
no.
check on you.
No,
Still in there?
You will become Elvis. Like you won't get out of there. No, it's like 20,000 words. I don't, maybe more. It was War and Peace, basically.
It was exhausting, but worth it.
As I got here and I like started reading it at 7, and I was like, it is 7:53, and I was like, there's more. There's 2 more.
I just kept
paragraphs.
scrolling,
Like,
dude.
When does this end?
I realized, like, man, I really do not read enough. Or if I do, I just read it in really short spurts, like 20 minutes at a time.
I just read tweets. That's skeets. Is that what they're called on Blue Sky? But I did think it did a good job of like tackling some of the misconceptions, because the injuries are very frustrating, and his demeanor, Embiid's, often frustrating. I really kind of like it hits me the wrong way though when people call him soft. He's really tough. Like, he plays, when you just hear everything that was wrong with him in the Knicks series, and it was like, oh yeah, he was dominant. He was just out of gas because he was on one leg and one of his eyes didn't work. Like, he had to like be retrained. Okay, you have to move your whole head to take in your surroundings, because as I'm a professional moving away from the microphone, like, you have to move your whole head rather than
this guy showing off his neck rotation. Why I can't move my neck?
Yeah, I know.
This guy, the neck match over here.
We're the 2 neck brothers here, and you got to do that.
Look at this guy. He's like the exorcist over here. 360.
You're spinning around, Bill.
Nice.
You can't move your eyes, so you have to move your head. And it's like he had to learn this and then go play in the playoffs. Like he's on one leg. People in the locker room are next to him.
Batum's eyes are bulging out of his head. Like, you're playing on that knee?
You're playing on that knee? It's like the size of a Buick. Like, it's. I have a lot of trouble when people like question his toughness, because he does try to play through a bunch of stuff, and he says like, I probably shouldn't have. It was probably a huge mistake. I got pressured a little bit, and I am a competitor, and probably paying the price for it now, but I wanted to play too. It's not as if I didn't want to play.
And I think that's a good point to make, because it's not just him saying how much pain he was in. You have Nick Batum, you have the trainers and people around him.
His trainers are like, I can't believe he could walk, and he was playing in the playoffs very well.
Was it the woman trainer who like leaves his house at like early in the morning and texts him like, be kind to yourself. You cannot play because she's worried about him.
Maybe just don't play was basically the like a 2-paragraph text message. The point being, again, you probably shouldn't play.
Again, is no one reaching out to his agent and being like, yo, he should not be playing. And he just steps in and talks to the franchise. We're like, dude, his leg is destroyed. You cannot be putting him out here. I don't understand what's
Well, he's
happening.
a competitor. And that's just, I understand, like, medically, he probably shouldn't have played, but he wants to play. And like you're saying, Bill, to your point, you could say a lot of things about Embiid. One thing is you cannot say is that he is soft. I mean, that guy is trudged out.
More of the mental stuff. Where you see a mope, it's not. It's definitely not physically. Yeah,
physically, he's a bull.
There are like 2 paragraphs where they describe, if you're around him long enough, you start to realize like what his gestures and motions mean. And again, it's very good writing, but I'm like, I know exactly what you're describing. Have seen this, like it's a picture in my head, like I'm looking at the television.
100%.
Like, and like that, and that's the mental toughness and this and that. I will like, I forgot, and it was 9 months ago, the Marcus Hayes altercation. I forgot that occurred.
Oh yeah,
like I totally forgot that he pushed a reporter in the locker room last season, and he says, "I don't care if they fined me $10 million, I would have done it again." I was like, I understand that. All right, probably shouldn't push people at work, but I get it.
Like, pushing people's not great, but
it's not like you punched him.
We understand. Like, I didn't think it was as egregious as everyone did or he did, but he's very personal. It's a very sensitive situation for him, and obviously he feels a lot of guilt with his brother, and he carries that with him. So I have a better perspective now of why he reacted the way he did.
Do you like, just based on this piece, I started to like remember, not remember, but like be reminded that this isn't just a guy that we come on here and talk. Like, he's a human being.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like some sort of reconciliation that could happen, that he can be back and be loved again. Like, is there a possibility for a clean slate with Embiid?
See, do you think that he's not loved? Like, I feel like if he comes out and plays, and he does, he'll have the crowd back in no time.
I like the crowd at the crowd at whatever the hell it's called now. Sure. Yes. Those 20,000.
Xbox?
Yeah, the Xbox. those 20,000 people, certainly game day, because they're there to see the show and they are diehard Sixers fans. They paid to be there. Like the overall narrative of Embiid, I wonder if we can ever get back to a majority of the city loving him again.
I feel like, I don't know if there's a dislike. I feel like we're just incredulous. People just don't think he's ever coming back and going to be healthy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's the frustration on on Embiid, and that people. I don't think it's a love-hate thing with him. It's just people are so.
It's not hate.
It's not. It's not. It's people are frustrated in the fact that like he's been hurt. You know, we've been almost there a lot of times, and we always see him fall. You know, and I think if he came back and he was consistent, he didn't have to. He doesn't have to be the Embiid that he was. But if he was just consistent and he was there playing games, I think people would, you know, embrace him again like they did.
Like,
I don't think it'll take much for him to become the fan favorite again. It's just him staying somewhat healthy.
He has to stay healthy, and that's, you know, probably not going to happen.
Right.
It's just the way things are.
And it's not
most guys don't get more healthy at 31, 32 years old.
No, especially that size.
I tripped in my driveway. I'm in pain today. I'm 36. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Just scraped my knee, you know? But like, I wonder, like, on his end, I feel like he's kind of, yeah, you know, they love you when you're good, but he has, at one point it felt like he was part of us. And now he has that distance. And maybe he's just a distant guy. That's how he's described.
I was going to say, that's what he does to people. Why would he do that to the fan base itself? It's like he's treating us like he treats anybody in his orbit.
I just, like, is there something on our end? Like, to wipe the slate clean, like a Trey Turner sort of situation. Like, do we have to have an apology to Embiid?
An Embiid day?
Like, yeah, like Joel Embiid day. You know what, bud? This season, clean slate. We are starting it even, and
that all of what you say sounds okay, but that really could just be just another unread text message. Like,
yeah,
who even knows if he's going to pay attention?
That's fair.
Where he just closes these walls down.
Before we do some other stuff, I had no idea the killing a lion story was a lie.
The what?
He
oh yeah,
he went on that right. He tells a story where he like did when he was a boy, went on a rites of passage journey, and like this is just my ignorance being from suburban South Jersey. Like, oh yeah, Cameroon. That's probably what goes on there.
Yeah,
I have no idea. That's a lie he made up to F with people. The chugging Shirley Temples by the pitcher, also a joke.
Right.
He's like, yeah, they think I'm fat. This is why.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, believe that. And like he just does this to test people.
Yeah.
See how far he's like you're willing to let him go.
Yeah, they're the $20 bills.
Yeah,
everything's a test.
He's constantly testing people too.
Troll.
Just
that's
fascinating as hell.
And he does say he loves trolling people.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a troll.
No, like that's the early in the piece. He's like, yeah, people describe you as an a-hole.
Yes.
Almost forgot.
Yeah, you got
And
you.
He's like, no, I don't. Yeah, I
Right.
like to troll. I don't know. Even
Right.
my closest friends, they think that of me, and probably
It sets up because when I think of trolls, I'm like, these guys probably don't have a lot of friends. And it's like, yeah, here we go. He's a really good troll. Yeah.
Interesting guy. We're gonna show that piece, the thing later from the Espys when Gillis is roasting the Cowboys, and they immediately cut to T.O. And like I look at T.O. as a guy like turned on, but now I see him, I'm like, yeah. There he is. Like, love T.O., you know?
Yeah.
And Eric Lindros, like, we had that reconciliation, and there are a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm.
The best, constantly injured and at odds with the organization, very similar. Maybe not this crazy, but, like, there's a lot of crossover.
Dude, I told a story here 2 weeks ago. I ran into T.O. at this bar, Good Dog.
Oh, that's
he
great.
was sitting at a booth, and I just said something about T.O. I said something about Donovan to him. Man, that smile. He's got such a contagious smile.
Charm anybody,
Oh,
man.
it looks so good. You saw that smile yesterday.
But, yeah, like, I wonder if we get back there, even if this never... Because, like, Lindros is not as if, oh, yeah, and then he had a year healthy where they won the cup and everything.
Lindros did the Flyers and Bobby Clark did a really good job of making Lindros to be a villain.
Yes.
So they splintered the fan base.
Yeah.
I don't feel that splinter with Embiid right now. Maybe I'm out of touch, but I don't feel like people have I
think people hate the team
more.
Yeah, like I don't think it's hate with Embiid.
No,
I do think it is hate with the organization.
absolutely.
Like, they're
and that's
mad.
deserved.
Like, move the team, bring us an expansion team.
I'm
Oh, you're
100%
thinking
with
about
that.
expanding? Guess
Do
what?
it.
Guess
Yeah.
what? The Sixers are the Supersonics now. We're getting the new team.
We're gonna move the game. No, do us a favor. Go to Seattle.
Yeah, like-
Get out of here.
I guess it's not that because it's not hate with him. It's not as if it's a turn
No,
against.
It's like
just
disappointment, it's frustration.
and how, like, I started the whole segment. How the hell is this ever going to work?
Oh.
Like, what could possibly fix this now?
You would have to have I don't even know, the coolest, most reserved veteran come in. It's a winner that just takes and beat and is like, this is how we'll do it. I'll get you through this. Paul George doesn't seem to be that guy.
There has never been leadership.
No, he's had no
There is no
good
point
leadership.
in his career has there been someone, even with just gravitas, above him.
No, I mean,
Like-
they bring Kyle Lowry, but he's such at the end of his career at this point.
And now, like, Embiid's in his 30s.
Right.
You know when this would have been helpful? When he was 24 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, like, if
Yeah.
there was just a leader of some kind at some level, maybe we're not at this point we are now where he's, like, at odds with the organization directly in public in the media.
Yes, he just needed someone to, like, a mentor. He needed a mentor, especially because he was so new to the sport and the NBA and everything. They really failed him in bringing in a veteran that could just be his mentor and lead him through this tough times.
That's the new to the sport thing kept standing out. Like, we all know it. Yeah, started at 16. That's, fact about him that we always talk about. But he's also, like, started at 16 and missed about 5 years of basketball in that
Yes.
time.
Yes.
This guy, he's 32. I think he's 31. Half of the time that he's been playing hasn't actually played.
Right.
That's insane. And he's
The-
also the best player.
Yes, the amount of time he spent on the court is
Minimal.
Minimal, right?
It's unbelievable they couldn't just put a situation, and maybe because of the way he is, because they do keep coming back to that in the piece. Like, it's not as if he's not without fault, but if you just gave him a little support. This frustrated me to no end, this piece.
And when you talk during the whole draft process, because I think it's Bill Self, where he's got a lot of self-doubt. Why wouldn't he? He's so new to the sport. Where Bill Self, the coach of Kansas, is like, no, you're going to be the best player I've ever coached. And
Yeah, he like wanted the red shirt.
Yeah, he wants
Didn't
a red
think he should
shirt.
declare for the draft.
right, he was going to go back. And Bill Self's like, no, dude.
What are you
like,
talking about?
Yeah,
This is
like-
insane talk.
Yeah.
Like,
So when you are going to draft someone that high, you interview people around him right away. Red flags, like, this guy needs someone to build his confidence up. You got to hook him up in the right situation. And again, the team just failed. Him, us, everybody.
the city as a whole.
Yeah.
So that's, again, ESPN.com. Read this piece. Really good. I want to do some other fun stuff. We are going to have Pat McClune at 10. That's always something I really look forward to. One of my favorite
Yeah.
guests of all time. What do you want to hit here? I kind of want to do the Shane Gillis stuff. I need a
All right.
I need a pick me up after
it's like
the
a
Espys
palate
stuff.
cleanser.
Yes, I need a pick me up after
Yeah.
20,000 words that just bum me out.
yes.
So Gillis hosted the Espys last night.
Yeah, I think let's go with him reading nominations for best team of the year, because this is funny.
It's good.
The Eagles are up for best team. Go Birds. Yep. And I bet you guys think, as an Eagles fan, that I'm going to trash all the other nominees, but far from it. I'm going to celebrate them. I think this race is wide open. It definitely is not obvious who the best team was this year. One of the nominees for best team is the Dallas Cowboys. No, I'm joking, obviously. Dallas sucks. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Obviously not here.
Look at
Only
Theo.
real teams are up for best team. Like Ohio State football, who won the national championship, but lost to Michigan. Michigan, who didn't cheat this time. Beat them fair and square. Yeah, are we ever going to hold accountable? Yeah, whatever. They're allowed to cheat. No repercussions. Also, UConn women, they could also win best team. UConn women, they played against pros, right? Who were on the verge of a Super Bowl dynasty. No, never mind. That was the Eagles. Go Birds. Or the Florida Panthers, who won back-to-back, like the Chiefs, who everyone thought was unstoppable until the Eagles absolutely destroyed them. Go Birds. And the New York Liberty. New York, they're from a classy town in the Northeast where they invented America. Oh, wait, that's also Philadelphia. Go Birds. Though it was nice to see a basketball team from New York win something. Go Birds. So,
Imagine if they don't win.
Right.
Now, like, I think all of his points are good. Like,
All of them.
yeah, I
valid.
mean,
yeah, 100%.
yeah, they destroyed Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. It was a joke.
Sure.
Like, it was a laugher after the first quarter. It absolutely, but
Total
imagine if they
blowout,
don't
and-
win.
right.
Yes, like they won the game 34-0, and then it stopped counting.
UConn women, they play against pros, right?
It's not the dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was also the Eagles. That's great stuff.
I just love Jerry Jones just getting shredded in public
The
constantly.
best. It's and you know what? Honestly,
The
it's
Dallas sucks.
I bet he loves it because
Jerry?
he's not a
No
football
way.
team owner. He's the director of a reality show.
There's
They're not a team.
there's no way he loves it. But speaking of reality shows, we'll talk TV time. There is the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders reality show, which I'm getting sucked into now. I'm getting sucked in.
No, come on. Stop.
But yeah, so the Eagles do win best team.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
There was never a
Oh,
question.
yeah.
How could they not? I mean,
Yeah, it's how could you not?
first of all, that destroys every Jalen Hurts narrative. Like, so you're telling me that they're not the best team and he's not being carried by, every great position group and he's just mediocre? Throw all your programming away for the rest of the summer, ESPN. They had to win.
They had to win.
But
But they're still running with the narrative that
oh yeah, they're gonna do it anyway.
They need something to bark about, you know?
let's see our acceptance speech.
So then they go up to accept it and it's great.
Nick was subdued.
He
Disappointed
was.
in
I
Nick
was
a
kind
little.
of hoping for unhinged Nick.
I was too.
It looks like he didn't cut his own hair this time. So like someone shaved his head for him.
Super Bowl!
Drewski.
On behalf of the Philadelphia Eagles organization, thank you. What an honor it is to be associated with all the great teams that were up for this award. Thank you to the fans that voted for us, and thank you to the best fans in the world back home in Philly.
So mature. Stop it, Nick. You won.
Man, be ridiculous. Make an Andy Reid
You made
fat
it this
joke.
far into the program. Give yourselves a pat on the back. It's been a long night.
That would have been great.
I also want to give thanks to our sixth offensive lineman, Shane Gillis. Shane, where are you at?
He's right there.
Training camp starts next week on Tuesday, so if you want to give it a run, let us know. But I also want to give thanks to the many people who don't get the light shine on them. And that guy. Our trainers, our strength and conditioning trainers, our athletic trainers, our chefs. But then you look deeper than that. It's our families, our rock, the people who support us, who get us to work every day, and our why. So thank you to everyone who supported us. Thank you to all our fans. And I've got to say it again. Go Birds, baby. Come on.
Dude, I love hearing Go Birds so much on the.
Oh, it's amazing.
Never in my life I think that would happen.
I love how they're all hammered. So they sent up the Australian because that's just what they sound like. You can't tell one way or the other. Like that's just what Australians sound like.
Shane Gillis and Jalen Carter were like almost the same size.
Yes.
Kind of crazy.
Smart move, shouting out the chefs.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
always smart to shout out the chefs at the training facility.
I wish we were a little less classy though. Like
I
this is-
agree
this is-
100%. This was our time.
This is the reason we
Yeah.
needed to keep CJGJ. We need him up there with the belt.
ETA.
Like-
with the belt.
Like
Yeah.
we need someone. I just wish it was a little like continue Shane Gillis's monologue.
I would agree. A little
That's
Eagles
what I wanna
chant
see.
up there.
Yeah, let's get
Something.
an EAGLES.
Yeah.
Come on. A
Rub
drunken
it.
rendition of the fight
Rub
song.
it
Yeah,
in.
a little sug it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, give it to them.
Get
This is
someone
our
to
time.
misspell Eagles.
Yes.
Just do it right.
Yeah, they were way too mature to adult.
Yeah, I don't. Come on, it's the Espys here.
Exactly. It's not the
This isn't
Academy
the floor
Awards.
of Congress.
Right,
Come
right.
on. Like,
Yeah.
what-
100%.
take off your shirt. Do something ridiculous.
Yeah, crack a beer, pound
Yeah.
a beer, do something.
Yeah, this is a beer drinking team.
Yeah.
This is. They miss Jason Kelsey. They need him as an ambassador. They got to get him in the sash
Dude,
like
we,
Hugh
are, we are
Douglas.
so Philadelphia. We're like critiquing their
Yeah.
acceptance speech. like it's not good enough.
Oh, we can't critique what they do on the field. They never lose. I'm gonna criticize something. Damn it!
So Philly.
They're too professional.
Yeah, man, too mature. Make
More
come on,
beer, more
inspire
rowdiness.
us. Go crazy.
Spent 40 minutes, so Embiid could just be a little more mature. When you win, you get to take your shirt off. Like
Exactly.
That's
the whole point. Yes.
Well, you work hard. Like, what's the point?
You've earned
What's
it.
the
Go
point
nuts.
of being great?
Yes.
If you're not ridiculous.
Yes.
But
when we
it
know
was-
you're ridiculous.
Yes.
That's you lean
We've seen you in
lean
public.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Let's do it. Now's a chance to unwind a little.
We see you in public all the time
Yes.
acting a fool.
100%.
Do it at the Espys.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just cool.
It's cool to be the
Part of
team.
me hates it because I don't like other people liking us. I'm uncomfortable in that role. And like beating the Patriots, beating the Chiefs, these are evil empires that everyone has turned on at this point. And we're the baby faces. I dislike that. I want the whole rest of the world to be mad. That makes winning way more fun for me.
All right, well,
Because Philadelphia, I thought we were the evil. We booed Santa Claus, but people like us now, and I'm uncomfortable with
it's
it.
pretty simple to fix that. They just win again.
Yeah, that's true.
Then they
Yeah.
become the villain,
Yes.
the powerhouse that everybody hates. Right now, we're like the underdogs that slayed the big dragons. But
Well, there are still sections of the country and world that do not like us. So we still have that villainy somewhere,
well, yeah, I mean, any Dallas fan, New York, Boston,
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
rivals.
Yeah. There are people who are like, I'm not watching that Super Bowl and I don't care who wins,
But when I'm in North
There's not a
Carolina,
person alive with a TV set that didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think the ratings were underreported.
I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah, and when I'm in Utah and they're selling out of Eagles gear, I mean,
Yeah.
we're the darlings right now, and I love it.
What the hell were you doing in Utah?
I traveled along. The wife had a convention in Salt Lake City, so
Okay.
I went out.
All
And
right.
I was trying to look. I was like, oh, maybe I'll score a new lid out here. I was like, no, all kinds of Chiefs gear and Cowboys gear. And he's like, yeah, we can't keep the Eagles stuff in stock. We sell out as soon as we get it.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I want to
love
be the
it.
bad guys again. I prefer that role. It's just, we'll talk about wrestling later.
Yeah.
I would rather be a heel. That's just.
Well, I mean, it's always
that's
more
how
fun to
we're
be a
comfortable.
heel.
Like,
Yeah.
no, man,
Heels are cool.
Let's throw batteries at someone again. Let's be known for that. But you got
Yeah.
my lot up there, all
Who are,
well spoken
the
and handsome.
classy fan bases? Are there any that we look up to as like, oh, that's a
Who
classy fan
goes
base?
to a football game to like wear a monocle and like golf. Like, I'll tell you,
The old
yeah, like,
monocle, the Monopoly man. Does he wear a monocle?
I'll tell you, when I pounded 18 beers in the parking lot in 9-degree weather, I went to go be classy. And like, I just hoped everyone had fun that day.
Right.
Like, who are these? That's, I think, the worst insult.
Yeah.
Oh, real classy. Like, we're at a football game.
Right.
Yeah.
We're watching
Nothing
people
classy.
intentionally give each other CTE for our entertainment. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
There's a 300-pound guy in tights.
Zero class. Yeah. This isn't tennis. This isn't cricket.
Yes. Right.
That drives me insane. But they were subdued.
They were. It's almost like they got a warning. It's almost like Mr. Lurie had to talk with them and like, you're going to win this. It's national spotlight's going. I don't want any
Like,
shenanigans.
Jalen Carter can go up there.
Yeah.
He's not allowed within 6 feet of
Yeah,
either
do not
microphone.
go microphone.
He will not be near any microphones.
Right.
At least we had Shane Gillis there to represent
Yes,
and
he
do
did
a little
great
bit of
job.
trolling.
Great job all night.
It was it wasn't Norm, but it was pretty decent.
No. Oh yeah, it's not. It made it watchable because I find that show usually not watchable.
If it wasn't for like, yeah, this show's going to be about us.
Yeah.
There's no chance. Absolutely, I am flipping on. It's like I am flipping on HBO Max.
So what do you do tonight? There's nothing on tonight.
Is there? There is nothing tonight.
There's no baseball. There's no Espys.
I mean, even the Union played yesterday, so he had something. So
the golf is over by 3:00 today. The Open is there's nothing on tonight.
I
yeah.
already read this Joel Embiid piece. That I probably should have done that tonight. That would have killed 3 hours right there.
We need TV Todd for today because we didn't know what to watch.
Yeah.
I have the grand plans this weekend of watching like 12 movies I've never seen before while Ava's away.
Oh, there you go.
Perhaps I'll start tonight.
What's on the list?
Like a bunch of classics. Like when my father-in-law died, I got his whole DVD collection. Like
Oh,
we
you're
have-
gonna actually put DVDs?
Oh
in?
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
You
have
have a player?
hundreds of DVDs.
So do you have a DVD player? Or do you play it through a game system?
I have a PS3 in my basement that I use as a DVD player.
Oh, perfect.
But I
There you
have
go.
a Blu-ray player in my living room.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I
Impressive.
believe very much in physical media. Things are gonna start getting taken away from us. V for Vendetta style. It's gonna happen. I don't like when things get edited. Like, oh yeah, we just changed this episode. It doesn't exist on streaming. That's just gonna happen.
I believe that.
I believe you in that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean, I have in my living room 1,200 CDs that the pagan's been trying to get me to get rid of for a decade now. And I'm like, when the grid goes down, and
You're gonna have all that
generator, we will have the ability to play music.
You better get a lot of batteries.
No, we got a generator. We'll get a generator. But we'll have music. No one else will, because everyone's going to be worried. They'll all need the internet. I will not.
I got all Big Daddy Graham's CDs, DVDs, and records.
Oh, man, that record collection's got to be good.
It's tremendous.
Yeah.
Like my mother-in-law has taken a lot of the CDs and records and stuff, and like we're kind of the only ones with any storage. So it's like, yeah, we have kids, throw it in our basement.
Yeah.
So the things kind of come and go, but the DVDs are mine. That's
Awesome.
this isn't going anywhere.
What kind of collection was that in DVDs? There's a lot of old stuff?
A lot of old stuff. It was really wide ranging because he always wanted to like stay on top of everything, like know what was cool. So he could remain young in his own mind.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit of everything. It's a real eclectic mix. Like I'm gonna watch 12 Angry Men and like
the original ones?
Yeah.
Ah, so good.
And like a Kevin Smith movie too.
Oh.
You know,
Oh,
like, there's just a little bit of everything in there.
Tusk.
Yeah. All right. We have another ad read we have to hit, don't we? Is that coming up? Oh, that's at 10. All right.
10.
We got time.
Now, do you have VHS?
No. What would I play that on?
A VHS tape player?
Where would one go to like get?
I actually have. I do
VCR?
not have one actively hooked up, but I have a VHS player.
I feel like there are
You gotta go to like a pawn shop.
like TVs don't have those plugs anymore. Like at least a DVD player, yeah, man, it's an HDMI cord. Are there still like the red, yellow, green, whatever?
You know, I went to
the aux or whatever.
I went to donate a fully working TV to the local thrift store, and they're like, "Oh, we can't take that.
We can't take
It doesn't have the HDMI hookup." Like, I was like, "What?"
Nah, man, that's just trash.
Yeah,
That works.
I was like,
Nah.
"It works perfectly fine." Like, nah.
No, that's a shelf now.
Yeah,
Th-
yeah.
This is simply furniture. Put your new TV on top of it. That is what this exists to do.
Yeah, I was a little hurt. I was like, man, even the thrift store's not taking this beautiful.
thrift
This
store.
TV has served me so
Goodwill
well. I
turned
love
it
this
down.
TV. Yeah,
Goodwill didn't want my stuff.
Right.
What the hell? That's
That hurt.
awesome. Let's. I want to do that McDavid and Draisaitl beer league thing before we get.
nice.
Before we get packed, because this just really made me laugh. This is let's make this VG's Nugs of the day too.
All right.
Brought to you by our friends at Golden Nugget Jewelry. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com.
I just watched Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl lose 6-2 in a beer league game here in Newmarket, Ontario at Magna Center. They put up 0 goals combined, but hey, they're just out here for fun, out for the love of the game, and the kids here in Newmarket were just loving it. They give them a dap up here, classy move. Here's what they had to say. What was it like to officiate a game with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl sharing the ice?
Honestly, it's incredible to see them coming down the ice. It's nothing like you ever see in minor hockey.
Just really cool to be on the ice with them, just kind of starstruck at the end of the day as well.
How do you deal with that feeling of being starstruck in that moment?
Honestly, man, you work harder. You work harder for these guys. Like, yeah, it's a summer league in July, but you want to give these guys good effort.
Did you guys know this was happening coming into this game, or was it a surprise when they got here?
I got a text earlier today to expect it, which is pretty cool.
Are you guys shocked they didn't put up more goals?
That goalie's throwing his head out there, so not too shocked, actually.
Quite the game.
Flyers sign that goalie, whoever it is.
What is he going to be worse?
Yeah, sign that
This
guy.
really made me laugh because as a longtime beer league player, I goes out there. I would be, if I'm like running Edmonton, like stop doing that. This is great community outreach, but like there's going to be a Bill Matz on the other team who is disguising his beer drinking as exercise and is going to live the fantasy of I'm going to try to catch him.
That's an American. No one in Newmarket, Ontario, is going to be thinking like they're so nice up there, Bill.
It's Ontario. They're Leafs fans.
It's still nice.
They are. That was
and
the
they
most
want
Canadian.
McDavid. You know, they're hoping next year he comes a little east.
Yeah, maybe.
Newmarket,
Yeah,
Ontario, town of 80,000 people. Like, how did they find this town? Are they from Newmarket? Like,
I guess like Draisaitl's German, but yeah, I
so
do
how do
believe
they pick this
McDavid
town
is
this
from
year?
Ontario.
Yeah.
But this had to be like they know someone who runs.
Someone
the rink.
had to, yeah.
Like, yeah, McDavid's trainer's brother runs the rink or something.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
It's the coolest thing in the world. The greatest hockey player on earth is going to hang
It's
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I would try to catch him.
Dude, and that goalie, oh man, that goalie's he's going to be telling that story for 90 at the nursing home. I
Shut him
shut
out.
down.
Yeah.
Put it on your tombstone.
Bob didn't shut him out. Bob gave up a couple.
That's a feat of strength.
I did it.
That's awesome.
How
All
does
right.
no one have an interview with this goalie?
Yeah, we
Someone's
need
got
it.
to track.
He's
like
got to be
you
on
guys.
Chicklets this week.
Yeah, I would think so,
Chicklets
right?
had they had the dude who got in the fight at the golf course last week.
Yes.
They got to get this beer league goal.
Got to
this
get the
week.
goal.
Absolutely.
That's insane.
All right. Before we get Pat, let's throw it to our next commercial break.
All right, let's talk about Bet Park Sportsbook. Summertime, the beach, the boat, the lake, down the shore, up the mountains, or laying by the pool. Make your downtime fun time. Because you can enjoy casino action and sports betting wherever you are all summer long with the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app. Live betting on sports is better on the Bet Parks app. Obviously, you can bet player performances, game props, and more. Plus, BetWire is now live right inside the Bet Parks app. Think TikTok, but for people that love sports betting more than dance moves. BetWire is the all-new sports betting live feed with game picks from all across the country. Scroll a little, tail a pick, get fired up with BetWire, the live sports betting content feed right inside your Bet Parks app. Plus, check out these new games on the app. Huff and Puff More, Mega Fire Blaze. I love dwarves and goblins. The Flintstones is fun, plus Money Horse. Or you can bet Parks Blackjack, Baccarat, all live dealers too, which are fun. The dealers got some good banner going on. They got hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra. And for something different, try playing, like I said, with a live dealer right on your phone, tablet, or laptop. And check this out. New users, you get up to $1,000 cash back. See betparks.com for all the details. You love to play, you play to win, you bet Parks. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Maryland. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I got to tell you about our friends at Cherry Hill Mitsubishi because this is a fact that shocked me. Mitsubishi Motors is #1 in customer satisfaction with dealer services among mainstream brands and SUV owners. That's just not me saying it because, they told me to. It's JD Power saying it. That's right. So if you're looking for the most affordable 7-passenger SUV in America, Cherry Hill Mitsubishi has you covered with the 2025 Outlander. Take advantage of their 0% for 60 months APR financing for PA residents, or take home the 2024 Mirage with payments starting at $55 a week and 0 down. Offer not valid with trade-in. Other offer subject to credit approval by third party. Not all applicants may qualify. Combine all this with the best warranty in the automotive business. You know it. It's the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and the 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper to bumper. That's right. Why settle for a lesser warranty and be on the hook for costly repairs down the road? Doesn't make sense. That's why you got to go with Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. And right now, you can stop in today. Tell them PHLY sent you, and you'll receive a $100 restaurant.com gift card just for taking a test drive or completing a trade appraisal. I know people, they'll buy Mitsubishis elsewhere, but I don't know why. Drive home in your new Mitsubishi today. Just minutes from all bridges are available online 24/7 at cherryhillmitsubishi.com.
You killed it, dude.
I'm really
You
trying.
said it like
I'm really
you
killed it.
I'm really trying.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
I can't feed the chat.
Now I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong.
I don't know why it's so difficult for me to say. It's just one of those things. Some words just,
Dude,
yeah.
You nailed that.
There was someone who replied to the show tweet a couple days, maybe the first day I hosted this week. Just, that's right. Like, someone's identified one of my crutch phrases. This is when I've lost my place reading and I need something to say. Like, someone has caught me. Is it that obvious? I thought only I heard it in my head, but no. It's very obvious because I say it 19 times a show. But, everyone's got their crutch phrases.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. This McDavid and Draisaitl thing, it also cracks me up because what were they doing?
Right.
What's
the impetus of this?
Let's go play some hockey. And that's really fun. But where were they that they went, oh, yeah, it's
Right.
strap on the
I'm
pads
so
tonight, go
curious
for a
about-
skate.
Yeah. Like,
just-
are they in Newmarket?
I guess they must. It has to just be they know someone at that rink.
Yeah, but still to get them there.
Is it a common thing
I
for
just-
players to do things like that?
I've heard of guys like showing up just, at their local rink, like where they're from, and they'll just, yeah, my buddy's team was short, so I went and played with them. But the story is always, they're just out there, like they don't want to show anybody up. And then they have the one shift where they're like, well, I have to score. But
Right.
I guess McDavid and Draisaitl are, as like the two best players in the league,
Do you think
we don't need to
they're
hurt
not,
anybody.
They're not unleashing a regular slap
guess.
shot.
I would,
No.
if I'm the goalie though, I would want one.
Might kill somebody.
Like I would like just let me know the difference. Like that difference between that pitch you saw when like
Yeah.
the first guy who threw
Yeah,
you
I
a
wanna
breaking ball
yeah.
and
See if I
then
can
what
do
a
it.
major league breaking ball is.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, that was at my eyes and then it hit the dirt and I swung over there.
I'm with
Like,
you.
100%. I want to
want
see
one.
if I can stop it.
Yeah, give me a taste. I just want a taste.
There's no way that goalie stopped them on their best attempt. There's just absolutely no
No,
way if they
no
took
way.
one shot.
Right?
Leon Draisaitl just scored like 56 goals.
I know.
Like-
Who is this beer league goalie,
That's
though?
the best goaltenders in the world. That's maybe we need to find this guy and maybe come to camp.
The greatest unknown goalie.
That's-
They found him. That's why they went, because they heard a story about this guy and just had to see.
Let's see if he's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, the Flyers
All right, so-
found Michael Layton playing beer.
So
league.
that is Connor McDavid's hometown.
Okay.
Of Newmarket,
All right.
Ontario.
I knew he was from
All right,
Ontario.
yeah,
That
yeah.
has to be the case.
Yeah.
Why did this never happen for me? All the years I spent playing beer league, like I didn't even want a superstar. I wanted Frank Bialowas to show up one time so I could say, Mr. Bialowas, will you give me one?
I'll give you one, a punch?
Give me a fight.
Oh, yeah?
Because I want to know. I want to know how bad it would go.
Were you a fighter? Were you an enforcer?
Could a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
played in high school. There wasn't a
Right.
ton of fighting. But
Yeah.
I would want to know. I want to know. All right. We are now joined by our very special guest. It is the one and only Pat McClune. What's going on today, Pat? Oh, right. We have I forgot, imaging.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
Pat, I always forget about your imaging. I apologize for that. I'm not used to all the bells and whistles. But welcome to the show. How are you today?
Bill VG, how are you, boys?
What's up, Pat?
Very well, very well.
I want to start, if I could, that yesterday I was listening to you guys and enjoying it, but I had to cut out right before Jamie came on because you were going to talk wrestlers after that. And I wanted to see if I'm separating myself by age. I'm going to drop 7 wrestlers on you.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Love it.
And you could tell me whether they came up or not. This was the Saturday morning wrestling and all back in the day.
That Channel
Of course,
17?
the undisputed champ forever was that Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Bruno.
Okay. This guy actually wrote a column for the Journal when it was a 4-newspaper town. Now, like everything else, we knew he didn't write it. He talked to somebody and they ghostwrote it. The Journal had a Gorilla Monsoon column.
Oh, I know him. He did not come up, but yes, I'm aware of Gorilla
Yeah.
Monsoon.
I remember
And
Gorilla as a
little,
commentator.
closer
Never saw him
to,
wrestle.
It's a great
your
name.
age, I guess. If, Andre the Giant came up, I would imagine.
Yep.
Yeah,
he was
did
in
make
my
the
list.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that Chief J Strongbow?
He did not, but I was a fan of him. Wasn't he part? Because we're going to talk tag teams today. Wasn't he part of a tag team?
Yes.
I
Yes.
forget who he was with.
I have no idea who it was.
I think
but
Jamie
yeah.
made a reference to someone he thought was Chief J Strongbow because he
Okay.
mentioned Adam Sandler and Big Daddy, and I'm
Okay.
pretty sure
That was Chief J.
That was Chief J Strongbow, and he said someone
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Then Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Ah, that's my number
He made the
one.
list. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Never
There
seen
you go. I
anything like him
remember
back in the
jumping
day.
off the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
You get good height on that thing.
He was
Yep.
sore.
Yeah. How about that Professor Toru Tanaka?
I think that
Too
might
far
be one I'm
back?
unfamiliar with.
Wait, he's
Yes.
on my. I'm not sure. I don't want to. He's also part of a tag team, right?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea. I just know that he got a lot of run back in the day in the wrestling that I watched. Yeah.
was he supposed to be from Japan?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He ran around. Do you
they didn't
remember?
play into they didn't play into many stereotypes back in that day, of course.
Do you remember Mr. Fuji? They were the tag team, Mr.
Yes.
Fuji and Tanaka.
That would have made a. Oh, did you look that up already? That could be. Yep. Yeah,
No,
Mr.
that's
Fuji.
they're on my tag team list. Yeah.
We're doing more
Okay.
wrestling today.
And then the last one was that Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes, Jamie brought him up.
Everybody loves Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, back in the day. Absolutely. Yeah.
I wish I had lived in a time when wrestling was like in the newspapers and not for like terrible things. Just like, yeah, there was a match. Here's what happened.
Yeah.
So, Pat, I think you have some headlines for us today, and I kind of want to give you the floor here and hit us with your headlines of the week here.
Absolutely. I'll give you the rundown. I have 2 Phillies and Eagles, the business of sports, and this is a first. It's been close to a year that I've been doing it. I've never done tennis before, and for good reason, because I watch much of it, and I don't think there's a ton of interest in it. But the thing tennis comes up, and the headline is tough racket, because every year around this time, I think of this. And I'm a big fan of all 4 major sports or whatever. But my question to you guys, is there anything more grueling or physically demanding of an athlete anywhere than these marathon Grand Slam final men's matches in tennis? It's unbelievable.
Just doing it in the heat seems like it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it does.
Always seems like it's not only heat, it's brutal heat. Yeah.
No, I think marathon is the right way to put it, Pat.
Yeah. And it's not like you can, that Sinner could tap and Teru Tanaka comes in and plays a little tennis. I mean, you're all on your own. You're all on your own. And it really, this was a short one this year. Sinner won in 4 sets, 3 hours and 4 minutes. And
yeah, that's
but
short.
In the front, those 2 guys, Alcaraz and Sinner, went 5 hours and 29 minutes. It's incredibly grueling. I guess nobody's punching you in the mouth. That's a factor. But
they get a break every 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I'll put it right up there. I'll put it right up there against what's demanded of football and basketball and certainly baseball players. And, hockey's a very grueling thing by all means, but just something a little different that kind of struck me, and it was in the news this week.
I'm just glad that every other sport trying to shorten up. Let's be under 2.5 hours. Tennis, yeah, man, we're going for 5. Deal with it.
That's right. Yeah.
5.5 hour was. I was so disappointed it didn't go 5.5 hours. I was all set.
It was only 3 hours. It's not like
for a long one.
Yeah, real short.
The one way it manifests itself is you get up and you see it and you're walking around or whatever, and you come back a couple hours later, my God, they're still playing,
Yes.
Not a replay. The sun is setting. It is a different time. It's the same match.
Yep. Now, moving on to the business of sports, the headline there is money, money, money. Okay. Probably another one I could have given VG a heads up to put in a musical way. And I occasionally put up the throwback Daily News cover. That is the cover when Jeff Lurie bought the Eagles.
Look at that mustache.
That's
a great mustache.
It's not a mustache you get rid of.
Yeah, that's a great stash.
Solid.
And just think about where he's sitting right now with the Super Bowl champ. I remember distinctly when he bought the Eagles, it totally caught us off guard. Brayman was leaving. This guy was coming in. Kevin Mulligan was the Eagles beat writer at the time. And, he wasn't at a practice or anything. And I was just having trouble finding Muggs. And so we had to go move on it. And so Rich Hoffman went and covered this for us, Rich Sr. And this guy was so obscure at the time, Lurie, that we had no photos of him. I guess it was pre-internet. No photos of him, nothing. But if you wanted to get a headshot of him, you had to go to a place above the Royal Bank in Narberth.
Of course.
There was a little office up there with a small-time PR person who had headshots of the guy, and we had to dispatch somebody out there to get it. And you just think about what he is now. And so why am I pulling that out of my ear with weekly headlines? The reason I do it is it struck me this week, guys, that the Tampa Rays, the lowly Tampa Rays, they're a good team. They play well. The Tampa Rays are selling for $1.7 billion.
Wow.
They don't even have a stadium.
They're playing at another team's spring training facility.
Yeah, they're playing in another team's spring training facility because they had a stadium built with a big trash bag above it that blew off when they had a hurricane. And they're at $1.7 billion. And it's one of those things where it just makes me just marvel at what sports are. And when you look at that Lurie thing, Lurie bought the Eagles in '94 for $185 million. Okay? If you look at the Forbes list that comes out every year, they estimate the Eagles as the 12th highest in all of sports at $6.6 million. Tied, Andrew Frazier, with that Real Madrid, okay, which is the highest soccer franchise.
Yeah.
Now, I would bet you that Andrew would say that some of them are probably top 5 as far as what they would sell for.
Yes.
But anyway, if you look at that and do the math with Lurie, since he bought that team 31 years ago, that investment has expanded by 35 times. When you go from
decent investment,
did all right.
You would think, how could you get 35 times bigger? But you can if it gets up to $6.6 billion.
That's even the franchise value. Like, if for inflation, it's under $500 million when he bought it, and now 6.6. That's the valuation. But if he sold it, it's 10. Like, it's $10 billion.
Yeah, the Lakers just are in the process of selling for $10 billion. They value the Dallas Cowboys. Forbes as the highest franchise, and I'm not going to go into one of my Cowboys spiels because I kind of get why they're valuable. I was shocked that the Golden State Warriors they have as second.
They're the second most valuable franchise?
Yeah, I have the list here. I'm going to show you guys. Wow. It's pretty wild, actually.
I think they're like just their building is worth like $1 trillion. Like they built that arena and it's insane.
It's got to be the arena. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's it. Yeah, and there you go. The Rams third, the Yankees fourth. I would have thought the Yankees would compete for 1, and then the Knicks 5. Eagles tied for 12th. I'm pretty sure that's the first soccer team to come in is Real Madrid at 12.
That is, yes.
Yeah, wow.
Andrew, I would have thought that Man U or Man City would be extremely valuable. I'm sure they're in the 20 to 25 range.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm shocked that they're not higher than 12, the first soccer team.
Right.
There's not another one until 27?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Liverpool's higher than Man City.
I just always assumed it's like, those are a different thing and they're worth all the money in the world.
Like trillions of dollars because of all the,
it's like
all the money that gets dumped
money and
Man City's not even on this list.
And that's the top 50.
PSG is before Man City.
And it'd be interesting to watch that year by year because as the years go by, I think you're going to see more of the soccer clubs starting to peak up in there because
the Sixers are worth more than the Red Sox.
Yeah.
The 76ers are above the Red Sox. That's surprising.
The Sixers don't even own their own building.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. 43 and 45.
In 2030, you're going to have a state-of-the-art building compared to Fenway Park. And I get how iconic Fenway Park is, but it's kind of a lousy place to watch a game once you get past all the, romantic nature of it.
I've never been, but
it's a beautiful dump.
I love when you take shots at anything.
Well, they're the same ownership group, the Red Sox and Liverpool. They own the same teams, and then they also own the Penguins,
the Pittsburgh Penguins,
the Fenway group. So I think they've allocated a lot more money to Liverpool, and you can tell with the trades that they've been making, Rafael Devers and all that, because they've been bringing in a lot of players into Liverpool that are a lot of money, and everyone's like, "Where are you guys getting this money?" And it must be from the other teams. So they're kind of Josh Harrising a little bit as well.
It seems like they want to sell the Pens.
Josh
too.
Harris made me go look at the Philadelphia teams and the ownership and all. Josh Harris bought in 2011 for $280 million, which when it shows you the power of the NFL when you think that 17 years after Lurie bought the Eagles for 185, 17 years later, it's only another 100 mil for Harris to get the Sixers. And it sticks out to me that we've been fortunate that we've had solid ownership. You can argue about how good they are, but it's not like any of the Philadelphia teams are getting sold every 3 to 5 years. So, and I think that's good for stability. There's talk every now and then that Comcast might want to get out on the Flyers. Bill, how do you feel about that?
After they just dumped so much money into the building and now they're going to build a new stadium, mostly paying for it themselves. Yeah, I guess you could sell and that would be a huge profit, but it would just be very weird if Spectacor wasn't the controlling partner. Like Ed Snyder's company is not the controlling partner of the Flyers. I would find that odd. That would make me uncomfortable.
Right. And it strikes me that now Ed Snyder's been dead for 9 years because he had 24% of the team at the end, and Comcast bought that out. And now they have 100% control. The Phillies is interesting because I could be wrong about this, but really when you think about it, when Rully Carpenter sold to that group that included Bill Giles, and that had to be late 70s, early 80s, that group really still owns the team. And what happened is when Dave Montgomery started getting sick and passed, Middleton only had 15% of the team. And I think he only paid $18 million for 15% in 94. Maybe one of the reasons that Lurie and Middleton are united is they both bought in the same year in 94. And now Middleton's up to 48%. But all that Buck family and different people have come and gone from the ownership group. But the Phillies, that has to be an incredibly valuable franchise. That's another, whatever Bill Giles and the guys scraped together in the late 70s, 80s. And I don't have that number. But that was probably less than $100 million, I would think. And now that's I would think at least a $5 billion franchise if, the Eagles are 6'6".
Yeah, I would have to guess they have the park. They didn't have to pay for it. Right. They have that $1 billion TV deal. I would have to guess they are way up there on the list.
Pat, are the Bucks still owners of the Phillies?
I think they might have been bought out within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know the answer to that.
I'm curious.
Middleton. I don't think the Buck family and Dave Buck are the same family. Dave Buck was the president of the Phillies after Montgomery, and he's retiring now. They're going to put the young guy that they're sending to Wharton, the assistant GM, is going to be the president down the road. But I honestly, I don't know the answer to that.
And Buck, the president, he was great. I got to say, as a season ticket holder, I would email him just, anything that was going on. He would always return an email, always within a day or two. He was great as president of the Phillies. I'm curious if Middleton's got to be trying. He needs 3% to get the majority of this.
He does have it. He
I
has.
feel like he's been buying pieces of
So since 2016, he's been the controlling owner.
He's a controlling, but I don't think he owns the majority
He
of
bought
the team.
1994.
He owns the
had
largest stake,
48%.
like a plurality.
He had
but not
48%
majority.
by 2014.
The last I saw reported on that was 48%, which is, to VG's point, he's got to be kind of flailing wildly to get himself over 50, I would think.
Yeah. Oh, what are we drinking there, Pat? A little iced tea?
Let me tell you something, fellas. If the word ever comes out that unsweetened iced tea is bad for you, I won't make it till the end of the week.
You're in trouble? Is that a sun tea? Do you brew that at home?
That is a gold peak. Either that or Pure Leaf.
Oh, Pure Leaf.
Knock that down all the time. But what good does it do me? I'm still bigger than I want, and even though it's no calories, I stock up on it occasionally. Yeah,
got to. It's a refreshing drink.
Absolutely. But it just grabbed me, guys, that if the Rays are worth $1.7 billion, the business of sports is crazy. And it also struck me that the business that I chose just went the whole other way. That you could have, when Lurie bought the Eagles in '94, if you were a freelance sports writer and you wanted to get a piece for and we didn't do much of it, but if you wanted to do a piece for the Inquirer or the Daily News, you would have got paid more in 1994 than they would pay you in 2025.
What? Considerably?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, now ChatGPT will just
very
do it.
fact that you get more money in 94 than 2025. I see that in the sports betting that I went in there too. That's largely based on freelance and guys that are doing stuff for free. It's amazing the stuff that people will do for like $50. It's crazy. All right.
Hey now. Hey, whoa.
Yeah, whoa, $50.
The family show.
Yeah. Talking journalism, boys. Talking journalism. Yeah.
That's when I first got into radio. I was told, just don't think you're going to make any money. Get that out of your head. That was that was what I was told as I'm getting a journalism degree.
Absolutely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up the Phillies, 2 Phillies and an Eagles. So I'll do 1 Phillies, Eagles, and we'll finish off with the Phillies. And my 1 Phillies is snap out of it. There's a great Bob Newhart clip when he passed about where he plays a psychologist and people come in and they pay him for the money and they ask him for his advice. And he just says, just stop it. What do you mean? Well, that's it. I can sum it up in 3 words. Just stop it. And just stop it or snap out of it. That's how I kind of feel about Bryson Stott right now. I mean, what is going on there, boys?
I feel like the Daily News headline would have been just Stott it. Right? There was always a good pun.
Yeah.
I always loved a good pun.
I like it.
Thank
That's
you very
good,
much
Bill.
to
That's
this day.
Thank you very much. Is
my
great.
favorite.
Yeah. But, Jeff Kerr had a tweet that kind of showed it for me. In March and April, Stott hit 297. In May, he hit 216. In June, he hit 202. And in July, he hit 185. That's a bad trend, fellas.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's not going well.
And if you told me 3 years ago, or so that we could pair them all together, the so-called childcare, if when they acquired Marsh, and you said to me, which one of these guys 3 years from now is going to be the best player, Marsh, Stott, or Bohm, I would have picked Stott in a heartbeat.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like he was on that trajectory, and then it just died.
It felt like he was a candidate to win the batting title.
That's what people would say. I mean,
I do give him credit because he's a Gold Glove level fielder, and he hasn't let his bat detract from that. But it's bad. And meanwhile, the other guys are just the opposite. If you did one of those March, May, June, Julys for Bohm and Marsh this year, they started terrible. You remember all the heat Bohm was getting in April
yeah.
and May.
It's rough.
But he's, Bohm's up over 280 now. And Marsh was in it. Marsh was hitting like, he was so far, he couldn't, it was, he would have been crying tears of joy if he got to the Mendoza line. He was so low.
He got set down.
He got sat down, right? And, he's pulled himself up, but, and it's just, it'd be huge for the Phillies if they get a 260, 270 Stott, a guy that gets, he had a big home run within the last 2 weeks, but, he's a big part of the runners in scoring position problem. It seems like he comes up a lot lately, and he's turned into I certainly couldn't dissect it or whatever, but he's turned into a bit of a pop-up machine from what I can say. It's like, pop up. He doesn't slam the bat as hard as Bohm, but you can tell he's kind of disgusted. It's normally a lazy pop up to left field, but I would hate to think the Phillies have a second base problem down the road, but maybe they do.
I mean, would you consider he's got 3 options? Would you send him down for a little bit?
Yes.
Boy, I might have done it when if you looked at everything, and I might have done it at the end of May or into June. I mean, if you send him down now, can you do it in 2 weeks and maybe turn it around? I guess you have to think about it.
I think my biggest problem with Stott is that everyone else is struggling as well. That's that you can have a hole in your lineup for a defensive specialist. Now, maybe not at second base. Like, you'd like him to hit a little. But if everyone else was hitting and he's just a glove, you can deal with that. The problem is, other than Schwarber, Harper, and Turner, there's nobody.
It's true. I think this is the best
I agree
time.
with that, but then they're also saying that at times about Real Muto. He's a great glove or whatever, and you can afford your catcher at the bottom of the order. But if you have a Stott, Real Muto, and another guy that are being large, and my God, Kepler, at the bottom, and the other, I don't know. It's they're not going to get there unless Stott is at least a little better than what he was. And, if you look at him year by year, he didn't play the whole year. He was 234 in 2022, but 280 in 23, 245 in 24, and 234. We got bad monthly and yearly trends right now.
It's hard to think. Runners in scoring position, he's batting 284. But if he's 2 outs with runners in scoring position, he's batting 179. Late in close games,
do you
220.
remember when he first came up, he was the best player in baseball hitting with an 0-2 count. I remember that.
I remember that.
Swung and missed. He was just a real disciplined, good hitter, and he just maybe they messed with his swing so he could drive the ball a little bit more, kind of like they did with who was that second baseman they called up too early and stunk forever.
Scott Kingery.
Yeah, Kingery.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they
Jet
messed
packs.
with his swing a little. Like it is like he just looked like he was going to turn out, and now he's kind of lost.
Now, this is something that was going on also while he was slumping. He had 2 kids. And now, could that be something that could be affecting him?
He's not sleeping.
The back-to-back kids, not being able to sleep. Could that, private life stuff be affecting the way that he bats? Because if you look at it, it's at the same time that he starts to slump at the plate.
This is why you don't have kids.
Hey, Pat, let me ask you, what do you think he's batting? What do you think Stott is batting with an 0-2 count this year? Take a wild guess.
241.
0.074.
That's crazy.
With an 0-2 count.
That's
0.074.
That's good stuff there.
He's 2 for 27.
Can you do what he was in 2023? What he was?
Yeah, I can find that. Just give me a second. 2023? Yeah.
Like, you'd think you'd luck into 150.
Right.
Double that, just luck. Just based on pure the randomness of baseball.
Yeah.
But no. It starts with a 0.
0-2, back then he's batting 243. Solid.
No, I'm
Yeah,
surprised it wasn't
respectable.
better.
But .074.
2023, I bet you lit it up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go against what I said 5 to 6 minutes ago because I have two Phillies things. One's negative. The other one is wildly positive. So let's do that. And I guess I gave it away in the thing I sent, but how many people in the listening audience do you think could tell us who Curtis Mead is?
Oh, I respect. I hold our chat in high value. I think somebody.
Okay.
He's a local brewer, right?
Is it Mead? A little Mead?
Mead.
Yeah.
I had nothing.
Yeah, I'd like a good
I
Mead in the fall.
I give Andrew some of the most obscure photo requests of all time, and I think he takes it as a badge of honor to fight it and come up with it. And he did it again here. That, folks, is one Curtis Mead. Curtis Mead's claim to fame in Philadelphia is Curtis Mead was the Phillies prospect that was sent to Tampa, where he still resides, in 2019 in a minor league deal for that Christopher Sanchez.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow, good pull, Pat.
Christopher Sanchez for Curtis Mead. Now, Curtis Mead, it looks like a Stott deal. In 2023, he hit 253. In 2024, he hit 238. In 2025, he's hitting 226. He's never had more than 122 at-bats in a season. Career 238 with 5 homers and 20 RBIs. I think the Phillies got the better end of that deal.
This is why I'm always for trading prospects. I've been a fan of this team long enough to know it's not going to work out. Get the good player. But Sanchez was just kind of an unknown thing, too. The fact that Tampa is the team that gave up on him is the shock.
Right.
Because they're the team that gets the distressed asset, and it's 3 years later, we gave up on a Cy Young winner.
Always.
And what happened there apparently was they were having 40-man roster issues, and it was overcrowded. And instead of losing him in the Rule 5 draft, they thought they'd try to get something for Sanchez, and they moved him. Wow. And that backfired wildly in their faces.
Wow.
You know, and to your point, Bill, which a good one about the prospects, I mean, when you think about it, you know, I remember a few years ago, under no circumstances, you'd have to be crazy to trade Sixto Sanchez.
Yeah.
Next Pedro.
Yeah. And I'm sure he got banged up, and that's the reason. But, you know, he had a couple of big high strikeout games, and it looked like he was getting there with the Marlins. But that never happened. Never happened.
It turns out when you throw with your elbow, your arm's probably going to go bad.
That's right.
Do you know it was Curtis Mead? Do you know where he was in the Phillies prospect rankings?
No, I do not. I do know this. I think it's fair to say that was Matt Klentak's finest hour.
Oh, I would think so.
You kind of got to give it up for that one. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't, but it worked.
Yeah.
It definitely worked.
And, you know, Sanchez, he's not going away anywhere soon. He's got game 2 starter in the playoffs written all over him, right?
He does.
So he was 7th.
And he's like the best bargain. I think he's making $2 million.
Well, they had to tack that $50,000 on. They gave him the All-Star bonus.
Yeah.
I think John Middleton just had that on him.
For
He's like,
prospect
here you go.
rankings in
His wallet.
for prospect rankings in 2022 for third base players, he was 7th.
Yeah, he was traded in 2019, though, right? The Phillies trade. I was just wondering if he was a high Phillies prospect when they traded him.
I'm going to say not real high,
Yeah.
VG, because you usually heard of the top 5 or 6 prospects.
So I guess I'm seeing neither one was in the top 30 of either organization when they traded when they swapped them. Yeah. Wow.
If they were having top 40 issues, like they probably wouldn't bring someone in that they also had to make room for.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we know who Arun Escobar is. We wouldn't, but he's one of the top 6 prospects at the moment. And I kind of, some of those names always sound familiar, but I don't remember Mead back 6 years ago.
No,
definitely not. No memory of Curtis Mead, but I am glad we now know. We have that trivia question when Sanchez gets his Cy Young.
Yes.
Hey, how did we get him? Do you remember? Oh, Curtis Mead. Now I have that information.
Yeah. And then I'll move on finally to the Eagles. And this is the last editor's desk that we will have before training camp.
All right.
So, you're already.
Wow.
Anthony's in South Carolina crying tears of joy that he's going to have his training camp coming up.
49 days till kickoff. We have it on the screen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that, that's cool. And Shane Gillis gave us a lot of laughs. But my headline for that is Camp Sunshine. And the thing there is nobody's, there's not a lot of nerves going into this thing. And my question to you is boring good?
Boring is amazing. I love it. Except I wish they were a little less boring on the Espys, but as far as training camp and holdouts and injuries, boring is fantastic.
Because I think that's what we're looking at. Basically it's a training camp where you're holding your breath on injuries. And God, they've been lucky in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody's past the notion of not playing in the preseason.
Everyone's over that. Yeah. It'll be a topic for like a day, and everyone will remember, oh, they won the Super Bowl. We should probably just listen.
Yeah.
Right. And, listen, everybody's, I think we're going to give them a certain amount of grace going into the season, but they got off 2-2 last year, and everybody felt the sky was falling. They could get off 2-2 this year. Will it be the same old thing, or will people kind of think that they'll straighten it out over the long run?
Depends on how committed Belichick is to the NCAA, because that's what we were doing in the first week of October.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Let's just bring in Belichick. This guy stinks.
Yes.
2 NFC titles at a Super Bowl in 3 years. Not bad. I think
he was struggling, though. He was struggling.
He was struggling. I mean, you saw the haircut.
Yeah,
that was some taxi driver stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they got it together.
Yes. Yeah.
They put Coop in the lineup, started him.
Everybody got pissed off at his poor kids being in the press conference and stuff like that.
I still don't like that, but after a loss, after a big win, sure. I don't love it after a loss.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you're kind of. It's not like it was back in the day that you can go up to Westchester or Widener or Lehigh and sit there and look at the drills. You can't be an absolute nut job fan and sit there and watch what's happening at right guard and all that, who's getting the reps and all. But that's what you really that's what, passes for intrigue is, does Steen hold on to right guard?
Right.
Does Keely Ringo look like he's a cornerback?
Yeah.
I mean,
how's Jalen Hunt look?
When are we going to see Jihad Campbell?
Right.
These are not things that are going to make you fail to sleep at night.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I am pretty pleased with boring.
I mean, I don't have to do an hour Eagle show every day, but I love it.
No, if you are in that business, it's probably like we got to make something up.
Yeah.
But when our biggest complaint is, why didn't anyone take their shirt off at the Espys and not like, right. Our best receiver doesn't want to be here.
Yeah.
We did 40 minutes on Embiid. I'd rather boring. I'd rather boring than interesting. I
totally agree. 100,000%.
And I thought that our people wrote long at the Daily News. Mark Cram was really good, but it was always long. I always fought with Girardi and Dana O'Neill about how long their stuff was. And DJ would say to me, "Did you read it?" And I went, and then he was right. When you read it, it was really good, and every inch kind of counted. But that guy did a terrific job, and I really applaud him on Embiid. But my God, was that long? That was incredibly long.
Would you have chopped it up a little bit as an editor?
I don't know that I would have chopped it up. I mean, you could have. There would have been ways to do it.
It's its own issue.
I thought that as he often does, Rich Hoffman had it right in today's newsletter. Is part of the reason you don't chop it up is because of what he accomplished there. He had, you know, a lot of people would take that March sit down with Embiid and run with it and get a decent story out of it. But this guy cultivated it and came back again in April and came back again a couple weeks. And in the interim, went and talked to a lot of other people. So as Rich was pointing out, it was just a triumph of access. You just don't get that kind of access anymore, and certainly not from Embiid. And it's the kind of throwback stuff that you used to see a lot, and you can't anymore. And it's not a knock on the writers today because, you know, that access, you know, just isn't there. You know, I remember when I started at the Daily News, I worked at night. If something came up at 11 o'clock at night, we would go through a Rolodex. I remember calling Tug McGraw at like 11 o'clock at night as a kid. And he would pick up the phone. It was actually kind of funny. I called and said, you know, whatever. And he said, what'd you say your name was again? And I hadn't even been there a year. I was an agate clerk. And he said, Pat McClune. He goes, okay, Pat, I have one question for you. And I said, yeah, what is it? He says, who the bleep are you? Which was a very fair question. But then he said, no, I'm only kidding. No problem. What do you need? You know? And I remember calling Merrill Reese and Merrill answering the phone, hello, in that very same voice. And it just, you know, you're talking about 45 years ago, but that's why I really give this young guy credit for what he pulled off with that thing.
I'm curious if in those unread texts where his former trainers being like, hey, there's this writer at ESPN. Yeah, do you mind if I talk to him? They're like, oh, you didn't respond. So I guess he doesn't mind if I talk to you.
That's a good point.
Probably were. Yeah. And I'm finding that more and more often, I thought that I would just have the occasional fun with my wife on unread emails, but I think that might be more common than not. I'm like anal about that. I can't go to sleep if I haven't gotten rid of every email and read every text. I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm exactly the same. It drives me nuts when I have just one unread email or text.
I can't look at that bubble and not open it.
Yeah.
I will text myself something so I remember to open it later.
Yeah.
But then I'll see the bubble and open it and go, I wanted to save this so I would read it later, but I couldn't deal with the bubble.
Yes. No lie, in my household, the Pagan has over 100 unread emails, on 100,000 unread emails.
Well,
I would delete my account and start over.
Crazy that she's got her beat. I thought, and I see more and more of that. I really do.
It's wild.
That's
stresses me out just looking at it.
That just makes me, that makes my skin crawl. The idea of that makes me physically ill.
Yeah. People will be like, oh, should we email? I was like, do not email her. She will not see it.
That's great. No. Pat, this was a ton of fun. We're all looking forward to camp and everything. And I can't wait to talk to you again. I'm sure we will do it soon. And there'll be some football to talk about, maybe boring football, but it will be going on when we do get to speak. So thank you so much for your time today. Always very much appreciated.
Absolutely, Bill.
Thanks,
Take
Pat.
care, boys. See you
Take
soon.
it easy.
All right, that was from the editor's desk with Pat McClune. And now we got to get caught up here. We got to pay some bills and take our break.
Let's talk about Parx Casino, my casino of choice, because they have it all. Action, excitement, headline entertainment, and great restaurants. Plus, all summer long, you can swing by BetParx Sportsbook every home game this season. The ultimate Philly fan experience. Check it out. $1 hot dogs, $3 Miller Lights, wall-to-wall action on all their giant screens. $1 hot dogs again. You hear that? Everyone who's upset about dollar dogs, $1 dogs at Parx Casino. Plus, check out concerts, comedy, and more at the state-of-the-art Excite Center, a collection of award-winning restaurants. You got Parx Grill, Steakhouse, the Bamboo Noodle House, Liberty Bell Gastro Pub and Beer Garden. It's a beautiful beer garden. Plus, they got the best cover bands in the 360 Lounge every weekend. This Friday, Ear Candy takes the stage. Saturday night, Dirty Dancing Rock Band performs. Parx Casino, this is how you win. Pennsylvania's #1 casino, really easy to get to, right off 95. ParxCasino.com for tickets to all shows, and you must be 21. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's good to know someone's keeping the dollar dog tradition alive.
Yeah, dollar dogs.
I'm in on that. I'm going to go there for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's right out of your Bucks County.
$3 beers, dollar dog.
Let's
go.
That's the perfect day. Now I got to tell you about how to get the perfect smile, because your smile, it says a lot. So let's introduce you to the team that helps you say exactly what you want with that smile. It's one of our newest partners here, our friends at the Dotun Dental Group. This is the team trusted to care for one of our city's greatest assets. It's those Philadelphia Eagles, now entering their 5th season as the official dentist of our birds. Dr. D and his team have proudly served Philadelphia and its fans for over 20 years, and they do it all from robotic implant surgery and Invisalign to veneers, emergencies, and so much more. They're locally owned and operated. Dr. D is a proud graduate of North Penn High and Temple University School of Dentistry. T for Temple U. Bleed that cherry and white. His commitment to the health and confidence of our community runs deep. So whether you're an MVP or just a lifelong fan like me, this is the team you want caring for your smile. Check them out at PhiladelphiaEaglesDentist.com and discover how you can smile like the birds. Boring is so good.
I love it.
It's really
I'm so down with
it. Is so, like, after doing that, like, yes, that ESPN piece, the Embiid thing, super interesting as someone doing content in the middle of July.
Oh,
especially this week. No, not even baseball, anything. We talked about the Espys. You know, like, it's really good to have something like this.
Yeah.
But as a fan, just give me boring. Like, give me that.
I love it.
Give me that boring Patriots. But yeah, when you're celebrating,
I see all these other
ridiculous
teams. You got the Bengals. The guys, he's going to go back. Their first round draft pick's going to go back to Texas A&M for a year. He's already working out with the college.
That's awesome.
Yeah, give me.
You know what? I'm good.
Give me everything working out. Just wonderful.
I think I'm all right on this.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, we only have a little bit of time left here on the Gargano Show, presented by our friends at Bet Parks. So, what do you want to hit? You want to hit
blow through these hot flyers according to
I do want to do I do want to do the Handsome Flyers. We can get to maybe we'll do tag teams tomorrow to wrap up the week.
That'll work.
But this Handsome Flyers thing is really funny.
Yeah,
so set it up for us.
Yeah, we've had issues with ChatGPT this week, so I wanted to see who they thought were the handsome hot flyers. And the list is fine, but it's actually the descriptions that ChatGPT gives that I find most interesting.
I like how we went from yesterday, like the mediocre with a cult following, because that's very much us. That is very much like a Philadelphia, especially Flyers thing. And your brain immediately went to, who does this computer think's the most handsome?
Well, yeah,
I like how we're taking it up.
You have to. I mean, you have to acknowledge a chunk of the Flyers fan base are skew younger women who find the boys handsome.
Oh, certainly.
So let's see over time who they think were the best.
Absolutely. All right. So lead it off.
These are the top 15 hottest Flyers according to ChatGPT. Zach McEwen.
Zach McEwen. That's great because I loved Zach Mack. Because when I had the long hair, we looked exactly the same, mustache and long hair.
Yeah,
people are like, you like this guy because he looks like you.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm a little curlier than him. But
so why we leave that up there? Let me read the description.
Yeah, that's good.
Short stint, but that rugged lumberjack vibe stood out. The beard, the stare. Fans noticed.
I think he qualifies, honestly, for yesterday's list, too.
Yeah.
People loved him, and it's about the look. A lot like Jesus. Like,
yeah.
You look a little different in hockey.
The lettuce
stand out.
stash. That's
so
a
good.
quality look.
There's nothing better when you have the flow coming out of the helmet. It feels so good.
And he's got some dramatic eyebrows, too.
Yeah.
Means business.
That's a guy, means business. That's the look.
Number 14, Simone Gagne. Peak early 20,000s smolder, French-Canadian charm, and dreamy eyes.
He does, with the playoff beard there, a little less French-Canadian, but still, I can absolutely see him with the scarf. Like 100% French.
Yeah.
He was here 20 years, barely spoke English.
Look at
couldn't understand a word he said.
Dreamy eyes. Good catch there, Frazier, with that picture.
You can get lost in there. I do find myself staring into his eyes right now.
13.
Wait, are we doing a show?
Yeah.
Is this on?
13 is Kimmo Timonen.
Oh.
Timonen. That mature Scandinavian cool. quietly dashing with a silver fox energy toward the end of his career.
I felt like he looked like the blonde dude from True Blood. Like that's
yeah,
what
he kind of does.
He could be his dad. That's what I saw in Chemo.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Chemo Team. I mean, that's a handsome man.
Yeah,
That's
They're
objectively handsome.
They're doing pretty well so
They
far.
are. This is much better than yesterday.
Yes.
I think.
Number 12 is Braden Shen. Now this guy,
The women did love Braden Shen.
wow, why not? With his solid jawline, golden boy aura, always looked like he walked off a GQ shoot.
I tried to find a really good picture. You know, the lip lick,
The thirst trap.
the thirst trap lip lick.
Luke had a little bit more of the Neanderthal look. Like it was, it very much skewed to Braden's end, I would say.
No, I definitely just
Luke got the short end.
I definitely just forgot that we were on a show. Looking at him.
Yeah.
11 is Travis Konechny. Now, baby-faced at first, but matured into a scrappy heartthrob. Bonus points for personality.
There's
a theme here with the hair and the facial hair.
I think we know what girls like.
I
Flyers fans like.
Yeah,
one of the
I'm
people,
screwed as bald.
Like an actor that Ava's like, oh, that guy's hot. I'm like, this guy? Like, this is what's attractive now? Like, I don't know. That's not classically handsome, but all right. I guess I'm maybe not the target demographic here.
Number 10, Kevin Hayes comes in. They say he's a big, lovable guy, energy, rugged, stylish, and that Boston accent, ? It worked.
I think I could see wanting to give him a hug.
Yeah, I don't
I don't get a big teddy bear kind of
This
character.
one I'm out on.
I'm out on this too. Yeah. I think,
the long face is.
It is a long
This is
face.
where I think the personality has to come in.
Yeah,
because he is a engaging, funny as hell dude.
Yes, but they don't mention the personality in the
I
description.
don't think. I don't know if he qualifies here.
Well, that's where the charm's coming from, is the personality.
The Boston accent.
You got to be good looking or funny. I'm luckily
because we all like a Boston accent.
Number 9, none other than R.J. Umberger.
Ah, the Scumburger. That's just.
Now they say underrated in the looks department. Clean cut, athletic, quietly handsome.
Basic man.
Quietly handsome.
That just looks like Google man.
Yeah.
Like this is clip art of
default man face.
This is clip art of man. Like, is create a player? Like, do you add the beard? Minimal eyebrows? Like, this is just generic guy.
It is.
You're playing,
it is generic
if you're
guy.
playing NHL hockey on PlayStation, this is the guy you create.
Yeah.
This is the before you customize the face.
Yeah.
Like, this is just.
It is.
This is just guy.
It is.
I passed this
It so is.
19 of the people I drove by on the way here, that was them.
Yeah, throw a mustache on, see what it looks like a beard.
It's like non-playable character.
Oh, kind of looks like me now with the mustache.
Number 8, I knew he would come up. Scotty Hartnell.
I mean, that's a hockey player right there.
Surprisingly charming with that big smile and shaggy hair. More handsome than you remember, especially post-retirement glow up.
I think he looks ridiculous now, but hey,
I think so too.
But
I totally
is he still doing like the mohawk? Is he still doing the mohawk
it's like
thing?
a mohawk, but like
it is a weird hawk.
Like mohawk mixed with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
I don't. It's listen, you know.
I agree. I think he's more handsome as a player.
Can't argue with the resume. Can't argue with the resume. What do I know?
Joe Rockhead saying, I never thought on the Anthony Gargano show we'd be rating men. He's like, can we try this with Anthony?
That would be tremendous. I'll just sit over there for that.
Number 7, Michael Del Zotto. Now, they say this guy literally posed shirtless on Instagram like it was a second job.
Oh, and
total thirst trap.
Oh, look at him.
Very much like
look at him
when in the press box scrolling Tinder. Like he's scratching. He wasn't watching the game. It was very much.
This guy
DJ
moisturizes.
He was tremendous. He was the best.
Number
Great character.
6, Jeff Carter. Well, they say blonde surfer look with the height and cheekbones of a male model. Philly fans swooned. LA fans swooned harder.
What are we doing? Yeah, like, I'm at work right now. This is awesome. What a life. Like, hey, Jeff Carter. I mean, again, hard to argue with the resume.
Yeah.
It's
No,
sure.
We gotta test AI out after that week or after earlier.
Need to know how accurate AI is, so we can confront it later.
For everything, yes.
We're going to be at war with the machines eventually. We need to know
we
how.
Got to find their weaknesses.
Yes, the weakness.
They stay with a theme. Number 5, Carter's buddy Mike Richards, classic bad boy vibe, strong jaw, scruffy stubble, and a locker room legend in his prime.
That is, I just feel like Richards is like a high school quarterback in a TV show. Like that's what Mike Richards is.
Hey, we're hitting overtime.
Oh yeah, we got to go to overtime.
So-
I got so wrapped up in this.
Yeah.
Almost missed
If
the
you want to
cue.
see, the top 4 hottest flyers, you got to stay with us on allphly.com.
This now that we're off the fast channel, now it's uncensored.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, you're
Gargano after dark.
11 a.m.
We know you're all waiting. Number 4 is Sean Couturier. Brooding eyes and a quiet demeanor. Hockey's version of the mysterious guy in the corner.
That's like young Couturier.
Yeah, mysterious guy in the corner with no teeth.
Young Couturier without the teeth, like just scraggle, like just a teenager.
corner with
random
with a
teenager.
sign, "We'll work for food."
What's going on?
Need to replace teeth. That's why you got called Dude at Dental.
Yeah, exactly. Nice work. Nice work. Number 3 is Claude Giroux. They say intense stare, ginger beard, that captain confidence. G looks better with age, pure rugged charm.
It's whoever it was the coaches yesterday. Like Shanahan aged like a president, and McVay's aging backwards. I think Giroux going the other, like he looks better than he did. And listen, he got out of Philly. It makes sense. He got out of this toxic situation.
Yes. Yeah, he's feeling much better, like about everything. Less stress. Number 2, JVR. This clean-cut, all-American look, soft eyes, great smile.
Yeah,
he always has.
There's no way.
Crossing.
No, I'm sorry.
What's the matter, man?
He's not number 2 on the list.
This is great.
All right, number 1, Patrick Sharp. Before he became a Chicago Blackhawks legend, Sharpie had killer good looks and played for the Flyers. Total heartthrob. Hey, look, he's a handsome guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I was expecting more classic 70s looks. Like Paul Newman-esque.
I was expecting like a little Zezel. Like Zezel and Tockett had the world back in the day.
Hextall with the goatee.
Yeah.
I was expecting a little more classic, but more current. So yeah,
Not bad. I mean,
what the hell are we gonna top this with?
Yeah,
tomorrow?
the real money is in the descriptions they generate.
Mysterious guy in the corner. It's one of the best lines.
I like knowing that I am not at risk of losing my job to AI
just yet. Yeah.
I think we have determined in the last couple of days there's several generations before we're at risk.
Yeah.
And that's great to know.
Yeah, we'll have to test it again. We'll have to come up with something for tomorrow.
How are we going to top this? I don't know if there's any topping this. All right. And
the top 20 cured meats when Anthony comes back.
Yeah.
That is all the time we have for you on today's Anthony Gargano show here at PHLY. Tonight, make sure you tune in at 7. No Flyers show at noon today. Little bonus content dropping at noon on YouTube. 7 o'clock is our Rank Week show. Top 10 Flyers. What ifs has nothing to do with how hot the dudes are. It is all about the top 10. What if Michael Leighton was a little better looking? Could he have stopped the Patrick Kane shot?
Totally. The guy would have just got lost in his eyes.
Just with aura alone. Yeah. Make sure you tune in tonight for our Rank Week show. We'll do a little Rank Week tomorrow. I don't know how we top this. We'll figure something out. It'll be a ton of fun, but that's it. Make sure you're following all the socials, follow the YouTube, hit that like button. We don't demand enough likes from you people, and we deserve them. We just gave you gold. Hit the freaking like button. All right, that's it. I am Bill Matz. That is VG. Till tomorrow, be excellent to each other.
We all silly like the mayor.